What happens when raw ambition collides with fierce competition? Let's find out. Welcome to the second episode of Nedbank Pitch Polish. I'm your host, Subimboya Arnold. Last week, we saw two brave entrepreneurs from the Red Group step up to the mic and deliver some truly impressive pitches. First, we heard from Blessing of Baker's Creations, who along said had a blue heart. That's the relentless ability to stand up again and again, which is a super useful character trait for an entrepreneur. And we also saw Tieho, who impressed the panel with the personal story behind his AI-powered device, Kada. Tonight, two more contestants will showcase their ideas and put themselves to the test. Then there's that elimination, the first one of the season. It's going to be an evening of tough decisions, valuable feedback, and of course, unforgettable pitches. But first, a massive shout out to our title sponsor, Nedbank, for making all of this possible. Seriously, we wouldn't be here without you. And of course, a huge thank you to the Business Exchange for hosting our contestants' learning and mentorship sessions. By the way, if you're on the lookout for flexible office spaces or a luxe co-working setup, check them out at tbeafrica.com. A little heads up, as we head into the pitching segment, you'll want to pay close attention to the pitches and the judges' feedback because there's an awesome viewer prize up for grabs. Yes! I'm talking about the Ever Super Shop voucher, sponsored by Nedbank, worth 5,000 Rand. Okay, I won't keep you waiting any longer. Here come the last two pitches from the Red Group. First up is Prudence Mabaso from the Kitchen Wrap Company, which is based right here in Gauteng. Let's see how she does.
Hello, Prudence.
Hi, Alon.
How are you doing?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. You've got some stuff on the table there. What is that? Your product?
Yeah, this is my product. This is architectural film. If you don't mind, I would actually like to give it to you so that you can get a sense of how it looks, how it feels.
Please do.
On cupboard doors.
Please do.
So this is the section that is wrapped. This is not wrapped. I'll give you the heavy one.
Thank you.
Thank you, Prudence.
Thank you.
So this is wrapped. This is not wrapped.
This is wrapped. This is not wrapped. So this is
Ah.
old. This is old wood. You get it? So
okay.
this is wrapped in architectural film.
Okay.
So it looks and feels like wood.
Okay. Wow. Feel that.
Beautiful.
Feel that. Feels like wood. Yeah, good, huh? Prudence. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pitch and polish.
What if renovations could be done overnight with no dust, no noise, no demolitions, no delay, and no moving out? That is what we do. I'm Prudence Mabaso, the founder of the Kitchen Wrap Company. We offer non-invasive home improvement solutions using architectural film to wrap built-in surfaces like wardrobes and cupboards. We do this quickly, affordably, and guaranteed. We do not replace carpenters. We outperform them. For every cabinet that they build, we wrap 5, faster, cheaper, and at scale. Our clients include homeowners, interior designers and architects, hotels and B&Bs, real estate agents, all looking for fast renovations. We have invested time and resources researching products across countries. While some suppliers have given us exclusive distribution rights, we have chosen not to limit ourselves because no supplier can offer our clients everything that they deserve. Our commitment is to quality, not contracts. Last year, we completed over 130 installations, generating a revenue of 4 million rand with a gross profit margin of 52%. And that is just in Gauteng. Imagine if we can go countrywide. With your support, we'll use 70% of the prize money towards revenue, towards inventory, 20% towards finalizing our platform, and 10% towards marketing.
Thank you, Prudence. Let's start with you, Monique.
Great. Welcome, Prudence. I really liked your backstory, where you said you started your business on 3,000 Rand. I love that bootstrap element of it. It tells me you're a true entrepreneur. Tell me, what experience do you have in this industry?
So, okay, I'm an engineer by profession. And I stumbled upon this opportunity when I lost my job during COVID. And I just winged it until I could actually produce the results that I can produce today. I've been to a number of trainings and I've trained my installers. So the first kitchens that we wrapped as a company were wrapped by me. So I have experience from the time I started the business up until now. Now I have a team of 8 people and a few independent installers as well. So I don't do much of the wrapping anymore, but I can do it.
I understand it. And then what are the barriers to entry in this market?
Okay, so you need to know what you're doing. We've, like I say, we've spent time, researching about the product. I've traveled countries, finding different suppliers from different countries. So we don't just get our material from one country, we get them from multiple. And for all the suppliers that we have, offer us different things. So one supplier doesn't offer everything. So I think the barrier to entry would be, learning all of this and investing in the knowledge. And because it's also, it's an emerging product globally. So it's an emerging niche, basically. It's not even regulated. Nobody knows about wrapping. So it's still a growing industry. Yeah.
Trust me, they're going to know about wrapping after this program. Thank you.
Questions from you?
I think that was my question, Prudence, and you led into that. How competitive is the market, or are you quite unique in what you do?
So we do have a competitor, but they are a European company with an office in South Africa. So the person is an independent distributor for that particular company. So they cannot sell competing brands. They can't use competing products. So they're limited to what they can sell. Whereas us, we offer clients a wide variety of choices. So that's how competitive we are. And also our markets, we have a good social media following. Our branding is quite good. We're visible. So they are mostly focused on commercial retail, but we are real estate, hotels. They do retail stores and all that. So, and there's not much competition for us. It's only them that are a big competition. There's quite a lot of small vinyl installers who are actually also buying the material from us anyway. So yeah, I wouldn't say they are that much of a competition because we're not focused on the same market.
Just one question from me. Your clients that you have now, did you say you did 130 installations?
130, yeah.
How did you get those clients?
Purely through social media. So we have not explored other forms of marketing as yet, and we're only just based in Gauteng for now. But we are piloting an independent installer network. So we want to have independent installers in different locations. So at the moment we have an independent installer in Cape Town. So what happens is for our Cape Town leads, we send them to him and then he buys material from us. So in future, we want to control the whole, supply. Like we want to benefit from our leads. So we're developing a platform right now, a technology platform that's going to handle, that's going to centralize project management. It's going to automate quoting so that we can be able to track, to be with the client from when they onboard. So the installer on the other side will be able to go see our clients, or a measurements technician will be able to go see clients, take measurements, input them onto the system, it quotes, and then we assign an installer to the client, and then they go do the work. We pay the installer for labor. So basically it's like an Uber of renovations.
I think it's enough. We can't double pitch here.
Okay.
All right. Prudence, thanks. I think we've heard enough. Great
you.
pitch. You may leave.
Thank you.
I absolutely love this business. But I
Me
am so
too.
scared for her because she's so naive around the competition. But it's there is no barrier to entry because if you research it, you're going to find the same suppliers. They're going to kick it off. So I like the idea that she's going to use the money towards the platform and build that supply chain dependency, but she scares me. She scares me. She needs to
There is
act
so
quickly.
much to go around that it's finding the other competitors in the market. Think about how many new developments are going up.
Yes.
That she would never be able to touch it. So she could make a huge difference wherever she is, to the extent that she probably wouldn't be able to cope.
But I don't think it markets new developments.
No,
because
it's existing.
It's
Existing. It's a homeowner like you and I.
yeah. Instead of buying new, just wrap.
I
Yeah.
would actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was thinking around, this is something that is so necessary in a normal household, and it deals with all your issues around cost, time, no fuss.
Okay, so
I'm now
I think
selling.
I think we got sentiment. Would you like to go and pitch? Okay, let's go.
Sure. Some mean bean.
Prudence from the Kitchen Wrap Company. Give me 5, girl. Yes. The first woman in the competition for Nedbank Pitch Polish 2025. Listen here. I saw the oohs and the ahs when the judges was touching your product. So clearly the sensory value is there. You saw that.
I saw that.
Take a deep breath. That's done. How does it feel?
I'm relieved. I'm relieved. I thought I was excited when I got in. I didn't realize how nervous I was until I got there. But I'm through with it now, and I feel much better. That I'm done.
Listen, you never know where this journey might take you, Keep those butterflies, because that means that you care about where you place in this competition and how well you do. So let's talk about the 2 women judges. So singabafazi apa. So let's talk about Judge Monique and Judge Flo. How did you feel about the lady judges?
No, they were nice, and they asked valid questions.
Yeah.
And I feel like I answered them well.
You did, in my eyes. The time-wise, the time frame that you're given, did you finish what you had to say?
I finished what I had to say.
I'm sure your business mentor is going to be so proud of you. Congratulations and good luck.
Thank you.
Prudence really put her heart into that pitch, and who wouldn't be sold in the concept of renovating without any demolition, dust, or moving out? That's a yes from me. So Prudence has set the bar high, and she might be a tough one to beat. So let's find out. Next up, the final pitch of the night from Mpumalanga. Say hello to Kolani Gininda of Smartsight, South Africa.
Good morning.
Welcome. So are those your glasses?
Yes, sir. We call them Smartsight glasses.
Smartsight glasses.
Yes.
So before you pitch, just a few seconds on what those glasses do.
Are they able to let a deaf person be able to be independent and navigate through on their own? And they also assist the deaf community to be able to hear what the next person is vocally speaking about.
Okay. So they've got speakers.
Yeah, so it turns the speech into text right in front of your eyes.
In front of their eyes.
Yes.
Okay. So we don't have the technology to show that, but we're going to trust your word. But during the break, the judges would like to see that.
I'd love to show you. I'd love to show you.
Kolani, are you ready?
I'm very ready. Excited, nervously ready.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pitch and polish.
Imagine a world where deaf people could hear and blind people could see. I've made that imagination a reality. At Smartsight, we're able to give a voice or an ear to the deaf and eyes to the blind using our technology. Our solution can assist people that are blind by being able to navigate in spaces whereby they'll need a guide or they'll need a walking stick. Our glasses can also assist people that are deaf to be able to speak with a normal speaking person in real time, turning their speech into text for the person to know what's going on in real time. Our market is 4.3 million people combined in South Africa, of which are battling with deafness and blindness. And apart from that, in Africa, there's 14 million people with the same problem. The reason why I say Africa is because we've got inclusive rights to distribute the hardware all out in Africa and South Africa. And the software is done internally by us. Our strategic partners, our manufacturer, which is Vuzix, we import, and our logistics partner is Bidvest by the name of PDC, and then our software partner engineer is Newlytics, which they assist us with the software engineer and all the engineering that happens on the glasses. We're the first in Africa to do this, and our model of making money is through subscriptions, which creates annuity.
Kolani, we've run out of time. Okay, I'm gonna start off the questions now. Just a few questions from me. I'm trying to understand. You said I solved this problem, and then you spoke about. I couldn't hear. Was it
Vuzix? Yes.
Vuzix. So I'm trying to work out who owns the technology, who built the technology. Just explain all those names you use. Bidvest.
Okay.
Explain that properly.
So with Vuzix, they do the hardware, as it's very, very high end.
Hardware as in what we're seeing there,
yes,
those
this
glasses.
is the hardware.
Right.
But however, the software, we do the software with Newlytics, being South African. We do the whole software on the glasses.
So
and
who's that company? Is that your company?
with Newlytics,
Yes.
it's our sourcing company. We source it, but we design the software internally, and then they implement the software into the glasses.
All right. So the code, the software code, belongs to whom?
It belongs to Newlytics, but it belongs to Newlytics.
Okay. And then Bidvest distributes.
Yeah, Bidvest helps us with their importing channels to import it to South Africa for us.
So what do you do?
I'm making sure that everything's running smoothly. I'm going to all the big companies and showcasing our technology so that we can start working with them, especially with education departments in Mpumalanga. They've allowed us the opportunity to showcase our technology, and we're assisting about 5 children right now running a pilot program.
So let me ask you, in researching before, you've won a bunch of awards. Just speak to us about those awards.
So in 2023, we went to GovTech.
Yes.
We showcased our at that time was a product, but without the software
Right.
that we actually upgraded now. And we won the best invention for year 2023. And then last year, we attended the presidential pitch, and we were part of the top SSME of the year for presidential awards last year.
Okay. And so I'm trying to work out then, I've got two problems right now. My first problem is I don't understand your role in, it feels like you're a distributor of other people's technology. So I'm confused as to why you would have won a competition for somebody else's technology. So I need that clarified at some point. And yeah, and number two, yeah, let's just try and answer that piece.
The first one. Okay.
Yeah.
So my main role is to ensure that our product is utilized in the public space, especially with banks. For example, no one uses this technology. The reason why I started this business is because I was watching a movie.
Yeah.
Just to give you a small background, I was watching
Yeah.
a movie by the name of Iron Man with
Yeah.
Jarvis,
Yeah.
and I figured, why can't this be a real thing and actually assist people in real need?
Yeah.
And then that's when I went about and communicated with all these companies, and to find out I'm the only one who actually implements the software into the glasses, giving us inclusive right for distribution, alternatively also giving us indirect and direct sales throughout South Africa and Africa.
I've got so many questions. I feel like I'm okay. Maybe I'll hand over to you, Monique, because I'm
Yeah,
not
listen.
fully understanding.
It's a fascinating product. I think
Yeah.
I think it's fantastic, and I
Yeah.
think it is game changing. I'm stuck a bit also. I've also got tons of questions running through my head around you've got the accolades, you've got the market, you've got the opportunity. Why pitch and polish?
It's a great platform for me to showcase what technology can do for the rest of the people, especially people that are blind. They are not aware of this technology that we're giving to them, that we're providing, and also the deaf. They've never heard of this. And the first time I actually gave someone the glasses, it was a deaf person, and they cried. And that was enough for me to push further and just try to show the world what we can do for them and help them.
And what's the unit cost of the glass?
The unit cost to produce, it's 21,000 Rand, which is, it's way cheaper than a hearing aid with more capabilities. And we're selling it for 35,000 Rand on the markup, but we have subscription to create annuity, subscription and service fees.
So you call yourself Africa's first to do
Africa's
this?
first.
Yeah. So you work with partners. Do you have exclusive agreements with them? Or can they do the same thing with somebody else who can do it faster, cheaper, and much more?
Well, we
easily?
do have exclusive agreements with Music for the distribution part, and that's why you partnered with Bidvest so they can facilitate the whole transportation and so forth. But with the internal skills that we have, we're unable to do the software ourselves. That's why we partnered with the company that we have an agreement with, that they can only service us for the next 10 years.
This is very important for me to, for your future in this
Yes.
competition. So please, will you bear with me, other judges? I'm trying to find out. You said, if I understand, that this technology is not used in this format elsewhere. In other words, this sight to sound and sound to sight is not used in this format elsewhere.
Yes.
And you have, it's your idea to do that, to take that technology and implement it in this way. That doesn't happen anywhere in the world.
That's correct.
Okay, and that piece you came up with, you then patented that combination of sound to sight, sight to sound with those two pieces of hardware and software.
Because we're a startup, we're actually working on our patent right now with Nulitics.
Yeah.
We had a last discussion about that last week, Thursday. So I'll give you a correct answer maybe by the next month when we finalized it.
Okay. I'm trying to save you in this competition now. That's why I'm trying to save you
Yes.
to understand. I'm trying to work out, here's the bottom line, if this is that you're a reseller of somebody else's technology, or is this yours and you're using other people's inputs, but this combination belongs to you.
I'm a reseller of the hardware, but the software belongs to us.
But you said that, I asked that question, you said Nulitics.
Nulitics, yes. So me and Nulitics, we've been working together for the past, I think, 8 years. Yes.
Are you Nulitics?
No, I'm not Nulitics, sir.
So who owns the software? You said they do.
Yes.
So then what do you own?
I own the idea, and I made sure that everything is combined. So without me, there wouldn't be Bidvest knowing Nulitics, there wouldn't be Music knowing Bidvest, there wouldn't be Nulitics knowing Smartsight, and there wouldn't be this glasses without me in it.
Yeah, okay. All right, I think I've got enough.
What will you use the money for?
I'll use the money to stop taking skills from the outside and hire internal skills, just to also make sure that we create a better design, and to use most of the money to do software development, because each development that I do and I say to Nulitics, I have to take out from my own pocket. So I'll use that money to ensure that all the software development is paid for and accordingly. And marketing, most important for me is marketing, because nobody knows this idea and nobody knows this product. So I want to just put it out there for people to help to assist people to be independent.
Well, about 10 million people will now know about your product after this. Kolani, you may leave. Thank you.
Thank you.
I don't know if it's as clear as mud to me. I don't know, to you, Fla?
He came up with an idea, and found people around him and partners who could make it happen.
I got that.
So that's what I got.
But what does he own?
Nothing.
That's
It
what.
was his idea, and that idea cannot operate in isolation to his partners. So technically, he doesn't own anything. I can't see what that product is. He's got the solution, but not without the people around him.
Yeah, I just.
And without a watertight contract, he's absolutely disposable in this whole.
Exactly.
100%.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
is this not going to expose him? Because now others will say, okay,
And now
I can find my own partners and do exactly the same thing, cheaper, better for, you know.
I think he got bad advice up front in terms I think, I don't know enough, but it sounds like the way he constructed the deal, he got bad advice on how to put that deal together.
Yeah, he should have-
Unless he hasn't expressed it and he has done a good deal. That's what I was trying to get. What do you own? What do you own here?
But the answers weren't consistent.
Because you're speaking to Newletics for the patent.
Yes,
Why aren't you raising the patent yourself?
yes.
And
As
bringing the
Smartsight.
skills in-house to be able to design and develop it yourself.
Well, I suppose to his defense, he did say he'd use the 650 to develop, but
To just bring more people in.
650 is going to evaporate in
evaporate,
5 seconds in the development space. Sure, this is a tough one because I love the
the
idea. It's just I'm just commercially I'm looking here from an investor's perspective and say, would I invest in the construct? I'd invest in the product, but the construct of how it's put together makes it uninvestable. All right, I suppose that's why we have the tough job of scoring. So let's go score.
Give me 5. Kolani, Smartsight, South Africa.
Hello.
I can feel your energy and your tension. That was intense. Did you
Very.
feel that?
I felt
I
that.
felt that
I
for
felt
you. 90 seconds goes quickly.
Yeah, definitely does.
Reflect, release. Tell me, just spew it out. How do you feel?
I feel like I could take my body outside my soul, if that makes sense. But I enjoyed every moment of it. I came here to enjoy. I came here to learn, especially with the whole process of Race Corp. They assisted me a lot. But I'd also just tell people to go for it. Go for this. I mean, we made it to the top 16.
Absolutely.
Then there was a peak, but I'm just glad to be here. I think that's the most amazing thing.
Listen, no matter where you are or where you get in this competition, remember what Mr. Alon said, that 60 million, 10 million people, regardless, are going to see your product. And that's what you want.
Yes,
You wanted
yes.
visibility. You wanted the market to see
Correct.
this ingenuity of Smartsight.
Correct.
Your mentor, I'm sure your business mentor, I'm sure he was on tender hooks for you, you know?
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about your relationship.
With my guide.
Yes, with your guide.
It was amazing. And from the first time I met him, he was very welcoming, and the knowledge that he has it's impeccable. Like, I've learned a lot for the past days that I was with him, and I'm very grateful that he was my guide.
And hopefully still more learnership and mentorship and guidance to come.
Yes.
Good
Looking
luck.
forward to it. Thank you so much. Cheers.
man.
Thank you so much.
Gosh, his pitch started out really strong, but the judges had a lot of questions for Kolani. I wonder if the final scores will reflect their uncertainty around his IP and what he actually owns. Now comes the tough part, the elimination. 2 of our Red Group contestants will be heading home tonight. Saying goodbye is always tough, but the upside is that they're taking home everything they've learned, which will help them with their businesses in the long run. Before the judges make their final call, let's have a quick chat with them to see if I can find out which way they're leaning. Hello, judges.
Hello,
Hello,
Susie.
I am so excited to hear about your thoughts for the Nedbank Pitch Polish 2025. I know who is a strong potential, but I'd like to know what you think are their individual pitches. Okay, so let's start with Blessing. What do you think? What was his strengths? What do you think his weaknesses were in his pitch?
Okay, so you wanted to know what I thought of Blessing.
Yes, please.
What a wonderful human being. What a wonderful entrepreneur.
And who can't love snowballs?
Well, it seems like you felt that
What do
maybe
you
wasn't
think, Judge Winnie?
nostalgic enough.
It's not, yeah.
I love the
That's-
innovation. He innovated on her nostalgia.
I thought you
You
were just
did.
a bit disappointed that didn't have that
The
special
icing.
inside
Yes, yeah.
gooiness
Yeah.
that you missed.
Yeah. She feels it was a bit inauthentic. It wasn't what she grew up with.
Okay, and does that
But
is
it's
it
still a snowball. Hey, it's still a snowball.
all right?
Snowballs.
Should we move
Cool.
on to the second contestant? Okay, that was Kada, and that was Tieho. Thoughts, Judge Flo?
You know, Sylvie, with everything getting smaller, smarter,
Yeah.
minimalist, not sure if the product will work in today's environment. Would have to think about that.
Okay.
But maybe it would. But maybe it wouldn't.
Yeah, well, look, you do have more grey hair than Monique and I, so
yeah,
I
but
mean,
I like the fact that it's,
visible.
so big. My
Yeah,
eyes.
you can't miss it.
And you were quite interested in the IP of it all, Judge Alon, about his product.
I'm always interested in IP, always, with all of them.
Okay. Judge Monique?
Lovely product. I thought it was stunning.
Okay, is he a strong contender for this round?
Definitely,
Oh,
definitely.
really? Okay. Okay, that's good. That's good enough for me for now. Let's move on to our third contestant, and that is Prudence. Oh, I love the oohs and the ahs that you gave when you touched the product. I saw the ladies and thinking about their homes.
We did.
Okay.
Yeah, and
No, don't be sexist. I also thought about my home.
Okay, Judge Alon. Yes, I'm Judge Flo.
Prudence is a lovely person,
Yes.
and we loved how she told the personal story.
Yes.
We have to think about the competition in the industry,
Yes.
ability to upscale, growth opportunities, and sustainability of the actual product.
Yes.
It's new, it's fresh.
Yes.
5 years down the line, will it be sustainable? We're not sure.
Judge Alon, do you think she articulated herself in a powerful manner for as young as she is, for what she's trying to achieve and what she has achieved? What do you think?
Yeah, it was a very good, powerful pitch. I
Yeah.
felt her personality in
Yeah.
there. I felt it was. But whether she was at that age or older or younger, I thought she delivered for all ages.
Judge Monique.
Lovely, lovely pitch. Really, she delivered it well. She's very confident about her product. She knows her numbers.
Yes.
And I just loved where she started and where she is. Great, great product.
You did love her backstory. I remember you
loved the
saying
backstory.
that very much
Yeah, yeah.
so, and how she found her clients, 130 clients or something clients. You were very pulled in by that. I like that.
And it's an industry that she understands.
Yes.
So that's fantastic as
And
well.
she's hands-on in all
Yes.
aspects of it.
Yes.
Love that. Thank you, Judge. Last one from the red group is Kolani Smartsight. Judge Allen,
Mm.
you gave him a run for his yet to come money, if I can say that. That was a tight one about who has the ownership, software or tech for him, correct?
I'm still a little confused.
I know.
It wasn't clear. I'm still, and I'm worried because if it comes down to the numbers, if it were clearer, he might have scored higher. So let's just see when the scoring numbers, what they come out as.
Inspired by Iron Man, as he said, are you still a bit confused, Judge Flo and Judge Monique, about the ownership? Who is what in that exact business?
Put it
Yes,
this way,
Ruby,
I
I
haven't
think
watched
just-
Iron Man, so
Oh,
it fell flat with me.
Oh, maybe you can be ageist.
yeah, just in terms of his role within the
Yes.
business,
Yes,
the protection in terms of his business model,
yes.
what protection it offers him, and how easily this product and concept may be replicated.
Yes.
So I'm not so sure he convinced me in terms of his own level of security. So I'm a bit on the fence there.
I can see the hearts of those products for the impaired in our society, but is that enough on this show? Is that enough for you, Judge Monique, for you, Judge Alon, and for you, Judge Flo? Thank you so much, judges. Things are getting hot. See you in the elimination round.
Hello, contestants. This is the worst part of the show, especially for the judges, because we are in the position where we can feel your passion. We can, understand everything that you've been through to get to this point, and then you picked your team out of a bowl. You picked everything out of a bowl. You're competing randomly, and now two of you have to leave. So which two are going to leave today? All right, let me just go through everyone here. Let's start with you, Kolani. I think the idea is absolutely phenomenal. It's such a powerful, in the way you presented, making the people who can't see be able to see through their ears, and people who can't hear be able to hear through their eyes. I think that's such a powerful concept. Really, like when I did the back research and went onto your website, wow, blown away. Your passion came through very much in your pitch. I really felt your passion for what you're doing, and there's a deep sense of authenticity. And even though you came across quite nervous in your pitch, which, given everything you've been through, I was quite surprised, because you seem to be quite professional at this pitching, but you still came across in an incredibly authentic way, and that's very, very important in a competition such as this. I think it's very important that you understand this is not a normal pitching competition where your pitch is everything. We asked you for your bank statements, for your financials. We research you beforehand, because when we get to the next rounds, we'll go deeper and deeper into the actual business of the business. And so it's very important you understand this is not the best speech today. This is about the substance of the business, and we're coming from a lens of an investor. So from that perspective, when we looked at your ownership, I kept pushing you for the ownership. I didn't know what you owned, and perhaps you do, but in the pitch, it didn't come across what you own in that whole thing. Okay, I know you own the idea, but commercially, what does that mean? You didn't translate that for us as judges. The use of funds was also. It was only when Monique asked for the question around how you're going to use it, then you said use it for developers. Developers, that money will last 2-3 months, and it'll evaporate. So we're looking for the impact of that. And also we understand that you've received other funds from other competitions as well. And for that reason, Kolani, you have been eliminated today. You may leave. All right, let's go to you, Prudence. Also a phenomenal pitch. I loved your confidence, the way you delivered it, very authentic. And what I really loved also about your story was the fact that you have the technical know-how, that you have gone and done it yourself. You haven't just hired the technicians and got somebody else to do it. If push comes to shove and there is an emergency job, I can see you getting in your overalls and going to go and do the job yourself. And you probably did that last week. Also, I think Monique was very, very impressed by your backstory, how you started, and the grit that you've had since COVID. But on the negative side, it feels like there's a very low barrier to entry. Like anyone can do this. It feels that way. So from an investor's perspective, we're wondering, well, would I invest in this business? You're probably going to have a lot of competition, and so what's going to make you different in a year's time? Right now, it might not be that competitive, but it's certainly going to get more competitive. And then your marketing strategy, your 130 clients that you've got so far, they all come from social media. And there is a laziness in that kind of marketing, and if you're going to succeed in the long run, you have to have different channels of marketing other than social media. But having said all that, you're staying. Well done. All right, so now it's between the two of you. Which one is staying and which one is going? Okay. Theo, also, you jam-packed that picture. Well, you really got out of all the pictures, I think you said twice as many words in that pitch, which is great. You got a lot of information across to us. And you showed the product to us, which is great that you show the product to us. It's not just an idea, here it is. And you also come across it in a very authentic way. I must say that all of you have come across today very authentic and unpolished, so to speak, that you're not too polished. So your authenticity came across really, really well. You fell down in terms of the patent, asking about the patent, etc. What have you got from an IP, intellectual property perspective? What have you got that you own? And that was quite grey for us. There are small numbers, just given the time, you've got small numbers. If I remember correctly, you had 50 odd products out there in test. And I get it might be early stage. And your what we found very hard to understand is your distribution strategy. So you've got this product, but how are you going to get it to market? That didn't come across clear enough for us. I'm going to move straight on to you, Blessing. You knew your numbers, which is great. Investors love entrepreneurs who know their numbers. We love the fact that you have blue chip clients. That's very hard to get for a small business, and you have to work hard to get those clients. So well done on that. And just given the amount of years that you've been in the business shows a lot of grit. On the negative side, your pitch was not good. It was, out of all 4 pitches, it was actually the worst pitch that we saw today. And the big question is that, why is it taking you so long when you had the opportunity with Pick n Pay to actually get to the point where you can deliver to them? And then you've got a national opportunity now. Like, what's impeding you? So you didn't connect the prize money with, this is going to help me to do these things. It didn't come across clearly enough. And then the other question that came up from the judges is, do you have the ability to actually expand, or is it going to remain a small KZN operation? That's the questions. So who is it going to be? Is it going to be Tihel that leaves, or is it going to be Blessing that leaves? Which one of you is going to go? In this round, the person who's going to stay is Blessing. Tihel, you may leave. All right, so you have made it through this round. Well done to both of you. I think you heard the critique. Take that critique back into your next round. Understand that we're coming after you with the numbers to see if your pitch evolves, if you deal with our concerns, and that you truly become an investable business. Thank you. You may leave.
A round of applause to Blessing and Prudence for making it through to round 2. They're now one step closer to that incredible first prize worth a whopping 1 million rand. Unfortunately, we do say goodbye to Tihel and Kolani. My best wishes to them on the rest of their entrepreneurial journey. All right, let's talk about that viewer prize. If you've already mentally spending that 5,000 Rand Avo Super Shop voucher, then listen up. Tonight's question is, what service does Prudence's company offer? What service does Prudence's company offer? Send your answer and your name via WhatsApp to 071-802-6981 before midnight tonight. We'll put all the correct answers into a random draw and get in touch with the winner. And keep an eye out on our social media later in the week. We'll be posting the winner's name there too. Could it be you? Only one way to find out. Enter now. That's it for tonight, folks. Don't forget to join me again next week, Tuesday at 7 p.m. when the Green Group will be stepping up to the plate, and let's see if they can top the excellent pitches we've seen this far. Until then, good night from me, Thubi Mboya Arnold. Catch you next time. Mwah.
I feel disappointed in myself, and I feel disappointed in the deaf community that I've let them down, and the blind community. But overall, I'm grateful for the experience. Lots of learning, lots and lots of learning, and I'm just grateful to be here.
To my message to my mentor, my guide, I'm hoping to work with him afterwards, even beyond Pitch and Polish, beyond and continue working, because we built a good relationship and he taught me a lot of things. And I'm actually privileged to have him as a mentor.